There it goes. Alright, yeah, I can do that. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, good evening here from Clearbrook, Virginia for round 2 of the Community Clash. I'm your host, Benjamin Butler, and tonight, well, I'm by myself for right now. Hopefully that my good buddy John Ferguson will come off the track. Hopefully he doesn't go all the way into the final round. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, it's been an interesting week so far here. We got a whole bunch of guys that have been putting down some really good qualifying times on this very unique track. We got mud pit at the starting line, got a little hill right after it, and then one set of cars. So you better be gathered up right after that first set of cars, or after the hill, excuse me. So where you get into the cars, make it a nice smooth finish, run down to the end. Couple of stories from the week. We got the Mothman ran an extremely fast qualifying time, 4/10 faster than anybody else on the track, and then couldn't make it to the event. Noticed he had some frame cracking. Motorsports officials said that, nah, that's not going to be good enough to run. You're going to have to get that taken care of. So he's not going to be here tonight. So that leaves the field wide open for the rest of these guys, and the qualifying times were extremely close together, ranging anywhere from a 6:15 was one of our qualifying times to our slowest qualifying time, which was about a 7:50. So it should be some really good action-packed racing. One little mistake can absolutely destroy your whole night. So let's go ahead and start getting down to the track and get round one underway. Up first is going to be technically our second fastest qualifier. He was also the winner of last week's event, Eli, running the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle truck way out of Florida, all the way up here to make an attempt to run here this evening in Clearbrook. A very impressive truck, running a small block Chevrolet, which is quite unusual, and Firestone tires, about to go plowing down through this mud. I'm trying to get the truck set up here. The lineup is going to be incredibly important. He's going to be taking on Dominic Hokut from North Carolina, running the Dominator 2 monster truck. Beautiful Ford designed by Dominic himself. We're going to see what he can put down. It wasn't exactly a fast time in qualifying, but that's for sure. He's going to have to give it up one hell of a shot and put down a whole bunch of power and try to get through this mud pit as fast as he can to be able to come up with something, maybe be able to steal a win here. It's going to be a tall task to get past him, but he might be able to do it. And this mud down here on at the start line is extremely slick and very deep, so the struggle getting through it is going to be extremely hard. They're up on the converters and ready to go. And there they go. Eli flies off, absolutely dominating the Dominator. And Eli's going to take a first-round win in extremely impressive fashion. And here comes the Dominator pulling up the rear, struggling a little bit, getting up on the nose to get over. Looks like he's having some wheel issues as well. But Eli's going to be moving on to the next round. We're going to have to talk with Eli and see what he felt like, how that run went. Well, Eli, how do you think that first run went? That looked really impressive.
Everything was smooth, everything worked, nothing broke. I'm happy.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened to the Dominator over there. The green light hit and he just sat there. So how do you think going forward, what kind of strategy do you think you need to have for this kind of event?
Things are really, really close. A lot of people were within a second, so reaction time is going to be key here. So we got to pay attention to that light.
Yeah, once that light goes, you got to go, right?
100%.
All right, man. Well, good luck for the rest of the evening. Hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
That's the hope.
All right, that was Eli, the driver of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle truck. Very strong run out here this evening so far in round one. And next up, we got a couple other familiar faces. We have Redneck Rebellion, Jonathan Robinson out of Berryville, Virginia. So 2 tracks in the state of Virginia so far here in the Community Clash. And Jonathan didn't have to travel very far to get there to either one of them. And then his opponent in the other lane, that's going to be Alyssa Placek from Frackville, Pennsylvania, driving Brush Control. A beautiful Chevy truck. Looked like it's outfitted to go haul off into the fire trails out in western Pennsylvania. And there we go. There's the green. Looks like it's no contest. Brush Control was trying to pull it back there on the far end, but just didn't have enough room to get it done. Redneck Rebellion's going to move on with a beautiful run by him. We're going to have to talk with him and see if we can see what his thoughts on that particular run. Well, Jonathan, that was a great run that you just put together there. What do you think about that?
A lot better than qualifying. Felt a little bit more smooth. Kind of blew an engine after qualifying, so we swapped back to the old 454, and looks like it's putting down passes. Hopefully I can keep it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you could see what was going on beside you there or not, but Alyssa was reeling you in. If the track would have been another 150 foot long, she might have had something for you there at the end.
Oh, I heard her coming at the end. I got a little bit. I think the whole shot is what did me in and getting over that mud first, but she was coming.
That's for sure. Well, good luck to you for the rest of the event, and hope we'll be able to speak with you here in a little while.
Sounds good.
And that was Jonathan. Man, he's an excellent driver. He also does a lot of very interesting tracks. We'll be going to a couple of those here later on in the year. But right now, we're going on with our next matchup here in round one. We got the legend, Bryce Kennedy, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He's a long way from home. And he's going to be taking on Appalachian Dream. That's Kai from Everett, Washington. He had a very good running appearance last week at Langley Motor Speedway. Hopefully this time around he'll be able to do some stuff. And there's the green. He is gone. He is absolutely wiping the floor with the legend. A great run from Kai. Puts it up there against the wall. The legend having a little bit of trouble getting the thing going. Excellent run so far. Got to be paying attention to the light. One of the things you got to be absolutely sure of is that you're ready to take off when that green light hits. Because if you're not on this such a short track like this, it's going to be a hard challenge for you to make a comeback on them. And we're going to go ahead and move on into our next event. We're going to have Pasture Pounder Joe Lobus from another one of those guys from way out in Hartselle, Alabama. Just wait for these guys to get loaded in and come up to the line. There he is, the Pasture Pounder. He put on a good performance in the last go-around as well. Didn't quite get to the finals or the semifinals like he was wanting, but he put on a hell of a show for the crowd out here. And he's going to be taking on Fallen Angel. Everybody have seen this guy if you've watched Retro Revolution. This is a brand new Fallen Angel for this season. He's currently running up in the upper tier of Retro Revolution, but now he's come over here to the Community Clash to see what these guys can do and what kind of challenge he can put down. Got to be watching that light. That light is super important. Making sure these trucks are completely staged up so there's no issues with the launch of the trucks here. These boys are coming up on the converter. There's the yellow lights waiting for the green. And there it is. These boys are off and running. This is going to be a close one down here, but it looks like it was Pasture Pounder by just the sliver of the front tires, having a hard time getting the truck stopped down there at the end of the track. Man, that was an extremely close race between those two. We're going to have to talk with Joe Lobus on that one. Man, he pulled that one off by the skin of his teeth. He barely had anything left. And Joe, let me tell you, man, that was some heads-up driving right there. That was an extremely close race.
Dude, I couldn't tell, man. Looking over out the window of the cab, I could not tell. We were neck and neck on that one.
Well, looks like you caught him by just the sliver of the front tire. It was extremely close. What do you think about the track so far? How's it been treating you?
I love it, man. Like, so this is a much more of a track in my wheelhouse than Langley was. Langley, that little roller had messed me up time and time again. I like these short horsepower-based tracks. You got to get your throttle rhythm down. This is my wheelhouse right here.
All right, well, hopefully you can move further on in the competition. You put on a good showing last week. We're hoping to see the fans get a lot more action out of you as the night goes on. Good luck to you, man.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
And that was Joe Lobus, driver of the Pasture Pounder. A beautiful truck designed by Bobcat Designs. And we're going to be moving on with another matchup here in round 1. We're having some trouble in the pit area from the sound of things. Some guys are having some issues getting loaded in, getting their trucks to fire up in the pit area. We're going to have Smash Squad. Everybody knows this guy, Bradley Shaw, way up there out of Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. Runs the Crush This Monster Truck podcast. A wonderful podcast to listen to, especially if you're into monster trucks. He has guys from the old days. He has guys from the new days. There isn't a whole bunch that he doesn't talk about on his podcast. They're really big into RC racing and all of that stuff as well. So we're just waiting on his opponent to get loaded in or get his truck fired up or whatever the issue is going on with him. And that way he can get out here on the track and compete. I will say that Smash Squad truck is very pretty. Bradley put a lot of effort into the paint on the truck. Looks like an old Ford that just got pulled out of the wrecking yard and the body thrown up on it. I don't think his opponent's going to be able to make the call. So they're going to go ahead and stage Bradley and let him handle it on his own. So should be the only buy run. That's one thing that we strive for here at Beam Motorsports. You get to see all the action. Side-by-side racing is what we aim for. So to have a buy run, there must be a serious problem over there. Bradley's going to make his run. Take it nice and easy over the cars. And we're going to motor on back to the pit area. We're going to have a chat with him to see what's going on and what he thinks of this track. And Bradley, how you feel that race was, man? I know you didn't have an opponent with you, but
you know, you hate to win them like that. I would have liked to race, but with an opponent in the other lane. But, this Smash Squad Ford's tuned up. I tied Eli with a 625 in qualifying. I think we have the tune-up for this event, and I'm hoping I at least make it to the semifinals or even the finals.
Yeah, your run looked pretty smooth. I don't think you were pushing the truck as hard as you could, just trying to make it into the next round. Wouldn't want something to happen to your truck while you're out there, and then you can't make it into the next round either. So I'm pretty sure we didn't see the full muster of the Smash Squad truck.
No, definitely not. I'm taking some insight from, I'm a huge NHRA drag racing fan, so, just taking it easy with that buy run. But second round, all the horsepower of this Smash Squad Ford is going to be unleashed.
All right, Bradley, very good. Well, good luck to you the rest of the racing. Hopefully you get an opponent in the next round and be able to throw down on them.
I can't wait.
All righty, guys. Well, it's been an action-packed first round so far. A lot of guys missing the light. That's the one thing I keep harping on, that you got to be paying attention to that light. When it goes green, it's time to go. Our next matchup's going to be one of my guys right here, Kyle Seasock, and then Violent Impact 2. The beautiful truck that was designed by Bobcat Designs with a lot of input put in from Kyle. His nickname's Bucket. Everybody knows his dad. His dad's a two-time world champion, and one day Kyle will be up there with him. He's going to be taking on the North Country Bandit. North Country Bandit, this is going to be the last time you see this truck. It's going to be moving on and changing names and all that stuff. And there's the green light. Violent Impact, he's going to put that thing away early. He holds it together nice and smooth. North Country Bandit loses a tire in the process, but Violent Impact's going to be moving on to the next round. We're going to be saying goodbye to North Country Bandit. He's going on the trailer permanently. You'll see his new truck in the next event that we have. We're going to talk to Kyle and see what he thought about that run. Well, Kyle, first round, you've been here a million times before. How'd that feel to you?
I got a little squirrely after the mud pit, but it was a fun pass.
Yeah, North Country Bandit was hanging in there with you, but he lost the tire and kind of backed down on the pressure a little bit. But it was a nice, smooth run from what I could tell. I was waiting for the highlight reel moment. It just didn't come. Hopefully that comes a little bit later on.
Don't worry, we got a couple more rounds to run here, so you might see it.
So the truck's running good, no issues with it?
Everything's running good. Both trucks are running good. Unfortunately, the other truck didn't make it through the second round. It's the old violent impact, and I abused that thing pretty bad making highlight reels. So we're working its quirks out on that one, but this new truck is dialed in.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to seeing you running in round number 2.
Well, hopefully I talk to you again in round 2.
Yes, sir. And that was Bucket Seasock right there. Very good run from him. Used to seeing that truck upside down, but here's going to be another matchup in round 1, and these guys right here are ready to go. This is going to be the Broad Street Bully, one of my favorite YouTuber guys, E.G. Lately, going to be taking on sort of the heir to the Beam Motorsports empire. This is Beach Party with Stephen McClung out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. His dad, Josh McClung, couldn't make it to the event, so he sent his son out here to do his bidding, and we're going to have to see exactly what kind of power Stephen's got in that Beach Party truck. Another beautiful design. Both of these trucks, beautiful designs for the age that they came from. The Broad Street Bully was looking good last week. He looked good in qualifying, and here's the yellows. We're about to go on the green right here. And there's the green, and Broad Street Bully does not move at all. Stephen McClung is going to move on to the next round. A lot of bucking and stuff out of him, but Broad Street Bully did not make it. What happened? I got to talk to him. I'm more interested with the light than I am with the finish on that one, because how good he was running in qualifying, that shouldn't have been a big surprise. It should have been a really close race, and we got another one of these issues going on. Let me see if I can get a hold of him. Well, EG, what happened there, man?
I guess I thought that I was expecting like a hey, driver's ready, and I guess I just fell asleep on the line. It's my fault. I made a mistake, and I'll just have to come back next week and just do better and make sure I'm on the ball and lock in.
Well, that's one of the things about running here with the Beam Motorsports crew. We use a light. We don't use the driver's ready and go like a lot of the other series do. We're straight up into heads-up racing, but that's horrible luck for you, man. I really hope that we see some good running out of you in the next week event.
Don't worry, Broad Street Bully will be back, and she'll be bullying the rest of the trucks.
There you go. That's what I like to hear, the attitude. It's right on the money. Alrighty, guys, and we got one more matchup here in the first round, and this is the matchup that's interesting me the most, because if my buddy John Ferguson right over here from Roanoke, Virginia, driving Collateral Damage, this is another one of the Big Lick racing trucks. He decided to take this truck on this season to see what he can do with it. It's our only rear engine truck. You're going to be taking on another truck that we're very familiar with, and this matchup has been a fight between these two every time they match up. This is going to be Marky Jester and Bombshell out of Lake Antarctica, Florida. And there's the yellow lights. We're ready for them to kick it off. And there's the green. Collateral Damage is going to slowly, what in the world is going on with this right lane over here? Bombshell with a tire down. And Collateral Damage is going to move on to the next round. We're going to have to see if we can get Byrne in here. I bet that's a total surprise to him. I don't know if he was asleep on the line over there. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Well, Marky, what happened there, man?
I didn't hear him lining up the other truck, man. I thought I was waiting for him to line up still. And then the light goes green. I see him go. I'm like, oh, man, not again. I'll get you next time, though. I'll get you next time.
Well, dang it, John. I thought I was going to have a broadcast partner, and man, congratulations. You actually moved on to the next round of racing.
Yeah, you should have heard those guys. They thought I wasn't going to do anything. They thought I was going to be here right now with you, joining your commentary, but Game Boy got stuck on the line watching the lights.
Yeah, well, he said that he didn't hear them lining you up in the other lane, and I mean that's all on him. He's gotta hear that kind of thing, and he's got to be paying attention. When you don't pay attention, you pay the price for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's happened to a couple other drivers, so it's not like he had more than enough examples to be watching those lights. And hey, Rudd didn't say a thing to me. I watched the lights, and I got a good jump off the line.
Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. You're moving on. I kind of wanted a partner up here to kind of add to the flavor of it, but I mean, we're just going to have to see after the next setup, all right?
Yeah, sounds good, man. Hey, keep pushing.
Yeah, man, keep burning it down.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Well, guys, it's been a crazy round one. A lot of people not paying attention to the lights. That's something that we use all the time. That's how they qualify. That's how they race. And a lot of people are just missing out on it. Really looking forward to round two here. This is some pretty good racing that we got going on. You know, it helps if you don't have your microphone muted. Everybody could hear what you were talking about. An excellent run from Eli and the TMNT truck. It was a really close matchup coming out of the mud pit, and then it fell apart for him quick. We're going to talk to see if we can get a hold of Eli and see how that went, because he was behind at the start right there, and he made up the ground. Eli, another excellent run for you there, man, because you were behind in that event.
Yeah, I mean, for me, just like Langley, my time is in no man's land. So as long as I get through the mud clean, it's hopefully a guaranteed win. But you never know here.
Yeah, getting through that mud is one of the most difficult prospects for you guys to face. But yeah, I think that if Redneck Rebellion hadn't got up on the rear wheels, I think he would have had something for you. It was a close race down there at the finish, but you pulled through down there at the end. So we'll be seeing you here in the semifinals.
Yes, sir. Let's go for it.
All right, man. We got our next two trucks up here at the line. We got Kai in Appalachian Dream again, and Joe Lovis in the Pasture Pounder, about ready to make some thunder out here on this little bitty short track here at Clearbrook. Up on the converters, and off they go. Kai with a lot smoother run, and Kai's going to take the win. Appalachian Dream is going to move on. Oh, hold on to it down there in the shutdown area. Some wild, scary racing down there in the finish, trying to get these trucks settled back down. It's totally against your forethought that when you get in trouble, you want to get it back down on four wheels. You would think, oh, I need to hit the brakes. No, hitting the gas is going to be the way. And we're going to have to see who we can talk with. Joe, let me tell you, man, that was a crazy shutdown area.
Man, I can't get this thing stopped. I'm trying to dodge that little outcropping of concrete down there at the end of that left lane, and it throws the truck hard right when I'm trying to get stopped, and it's a bear.
Yeah, well, Kai definitely got you on that one. He had it by at least the front wheels, and it was quite the impressive shutdown down there, man. So, unfortunately, you're out for the evening unless we get a break or a fast loser in. But I would stick around. You never know what's going to happen with some of the rest of these guys that are running.
Oh, yeah, I want another shot of that Appalachian Dream truck. That Mopar's got some power, but this pasture pounder is going to pound him in the ground if I catch him again.
There you go, boss. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks again, sir.
We got Smash Squad and Violent Impact on the line now. And there's the green light. Both of them get off pretty good. Smash Squad in a little bit of trouble. Violent Impact carrying the front wheels. That was a great run from Violent Impact, man. That was a beautiful pass from him. Just picture perfect for him. Wheels up, crossing the finish line. We're going to have to talk to Kyle. I'm sure Kyle was quite scared on that run. Kyle, that was a crazy run that you had right there, man. Wheels up to hit the ramp. Back tires hitting first.
Man, I just held the spot wide open. I want to give you a highlight wheel, and I want to give you that win.
Well, he was right there with you, so there's no question about it. That Smash Squad truck's going to be a problem to deal with in some of these future races, man.
I mean, he's fast, but he's not fast enough tonight.
He's
home on the trailer now.
Exactly. We're going to send him back to Canada. Maybe he can get a snow shovel and dig himself out for the next event, too.
Yeah, maybe get some extra money and get the truck a little faster next time.
There we go. All right, man. Good luck on the next round.
Yep, see you next round.
The confidence of Kyle Seasock. See you next round. We're going to have to see what happens with him. And we should be coming into our last second round matchup. I'm pretty sure this is the last second round matchup. Having some issues getting the bracket to show up. Now we're just waiting on the second. I believe this is the last match. Should be the last matchup of round 2 right here. And here we go. We got Beach Party and Steve McClung. Old young McClung out here doing his daddy proud. His dad went to the backyard brawl game today. I'm pretty sure he's excited. His West Virginia Mountaineers pulled it out in overtime. We don't know what's going on back there. I mean, we got one truck sitting up here on the line. He's on the clock, maybe having some issues getting it fired up or having some last-second problems, maybe controller issues or something like that. We're just waiting on word to see if he's going to be able to make a bypass right here or move on into the next round, or if they're going to actually do some heads-up racing right here. All righty. I was hoping my buddy John was going to be getting up to the line, and here he is. Collateral Damage out of Roanoke, Virginia. John Ferguson, my partner usually for Retro Revolution and Retro Rampage. Taking a little bit of a sideline Tour this go around. Going to be actually competing in the events. And both the trucks are staged up and ready to go. I'm going to send these two awesome Fords, one bull nose, one brick nose. Going to be sending these two guys down the track. There's the green light. Up and out of the mud pit. Just having a little bit of trouble. Steve McClung's going to be your winner with a flat. Oh, he loses a wheel. Oh, man. A little bit of damage to the beach party truck. We're going to have to talk with him, see what kind of ride that was there at the end. But, man, that was some serious damage to that truck. Hopefully he can get that repaired. I'm not entirely sure if he's got enough time to get that repaired. We're moving into the semifinals here on the next go-around. And we're going to pull him down here and see what in the world happened to his truck on that run. And, Steve, what's going on, man? What happened?
I don't know, man. It's just constant problems lately. I ain't got an answer for it.
Man, it was a clean run until the shutdown area, and then it got up on the nose and it flattened the tire and then broke the wheel completely off the truck.
Yeah, you know, these things just happen. Like I said, I'm completely unsure. We might have had a little failure go on. We'll just have to look at it when we get to the pit area.
I'm hoping everything turns out for you. You putting down some good passes out here, or hopefully you get to move on into the semifinals.
That's our hope, but you know, we'll see what the damage looks like, and you know, hopefully we'll get back in there.
Alrighty, man. Hopefully we'll be talking to you here in the next round.
Awesome, sounds good, man.
Now, John, I'm telling you, you got to stop winning these events, man. I need help up here.
I'm sorry, man. Well, that time I didn't really do much of anything. He just kind of lost it at the end, unfortunately. He was pushing it too hard. But
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get.
Yeah, he broke off a wheel on the front end of the truck, having a lot of issues getting the thing stopped down there in the end of the track. And the breakage might allow you to continue on. We're going to have to see what the Motorsports crew members say.
Yeah, hopefully we can. We got to get some tuning issues figured out. Like, our truck's running not as good as I'd like it to, but hopefully if we get through, it'll give us some time to maybe get some stuff figured out, and we'll put up a better competition in the next race.
All right, bud. Well, good luck to you. Either you coming up here with me or you're going back on the track. We're going to have to see what happens.
Sounds good, man. Talk to you later.
All righty. Well, they figure out that fiasco. That was quite the run for Steve McClung there. Hopefully he gets to make it back. I'm not sure if he'll entirely have enough time to get everything put back together. There was quite a bit of damage. So we're going to have to check with the officials and see what they say. We got word from the Beam Motorsports official that's running the event that Beach Party will not be able to make it back for the semifinals. It's just way too much damage on the truck. But this right here, this matchup's going to be worth the price of admission. It's going to be Eli and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle truck, our fastest qualifier for the evening. Going to be taking on Kai in Appalachian Dream, and he's been running extremely good as of late here too. Both of these guys putting on strong performances in each round that they run in. And these guys are lined up and ready to go on the converters and getting ready to launch them as hard as they can into this mud pit right here. And there's the green. Both of them nice, strong starts. Kai's going to come out of the pit first, and he's going to take the win. An impressive run from Appalachian Dream. Eli looked like he had a little bit of trouble getting out of that mud pit, and that was going to be the deciding factor for him. That's what he said in round one interview, and that certainly bit him on this one. Kai came flying through that mud pit and actually did some damage to him. Man, he put on a great run right there. Let's talk to the winner of that one right there. And Kyle, let me tell you, man, that was some impressive driving right there. You absolutely put it on him.
Yeah. I got off the what's it called, the mud hill, and I just held it down and I was a little crooked off the cars, but
Oh, it was a nice, clean, smooth pass through that mud pit. That was one of the cleanest runs through it that we've seen so far this evening. And you put the #1 qualifier on the trailer.
I know, like, I don't even know what to say. I'm just excited.
Well,
First time this far, the bracket so far. So.
well, I will say, Kyle, you did a great job, and good luck in the finals, man.
Thank you.
Alrighty, some great heads-up racing there. Man, them two were battling all the way to the finish line for that one. And we're moving on to our last one right here. And these two guys, they're no strangers to each other from Retro Revolution. We got Kyle Seasock in Violent Impact and John Ferguson in Collateral Damage. These two have gone head-to-head numerous amounts of times. And now here we are one more time at Clearbrook, Virginia's Stonewall District Brewerton Club track. About to throw down one more time to see what these guys can get done. It's been a hard road to hoe so far for John Ferguson over there in the left lane. A lot of slow passes out of him, but he keeps moving on. He keeps sneaking his way in there, and there's the green. Violent Impact's going to leave no question about that one. I'm not entirely sure if that was a legal run or not. He looked like he got off the front ramp right there. We're going to have to get a ruling on that from the Beam Motorsports officials if that was a clean pass. If it was, Kyle Seasock's going to the finals. If not, John Ferguson is going to find his way in there. We're going to talk to Bucket real quick. Bucket, I don't know about that one. They're going to have to give me an official ruling on that one to see if you actually hit that ramp and got both tires on the obstacle. From my vantage point, it looked like you were kind of off to the side there.
I mean, from what I could tell, I thought I hit it pretty straight, but the truck went a little sideways in the air, but we're going to find out. But I told you I'd be back here again to talk to you.
You absolutely did. And, I mean, if they say that wasn't a legal run, that's going to put John Ferguson into the finals, and he hasn't been running extremely well tonight. So we're going to have to see what happens here. But if you make it on into the final round and let you do it, good luck to you, buddy.
I hope I make it to the final round. It'd be a great time because I missed the chance to run last week with you guys. I'm back this time, and I've been throwing it down and know how that reels yet, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you know it's final time. It's time to put it all on the line.
And I got 2 weeks to the next race, so I got time to fix this thing.
There you go. That's the way you should look at it. All out or no out.
Hope everybody's enjoying the race, though.
Some excellent racing so far this evening, man. In this final round right here, if they actually allow it to go down, this should be an extremely good matchup. Well, it's final time here. Apparently, Bucket Seasock made a legal run, so they're going to let them square off in the finals. Kai is lined up. He is ready. He is pumped for this matchup right here. I'm going to see if I can get my buddy John Ferguson down here in the booth to call this last race with me. Hey, John, that's the final time. You didn't quite make it in there. But here's your final matchup right here if you're watching. Man, this is going to be an extremely close race.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea who's going to win this one. They've both been running great times all night long. They've both been putting a pedal to the metal, that's for sure.
I'm hoping the nerves doesn't get a hold of Kai over there in the Appalachian Dream. He's been waiting for this moment for a while, and there's the yellow lights. We're waiting on the green. And there it goes. These boys are off and running. Both of them out of the pit.
Oh, looks like Appalachian Dream took that, Ben.
Appalachian Kyle with the, oh no. Kyle Seasock goes upside down. One more notch for the highlight reel for Kyle Seasock goes flipping over the wall at Clearbrook. We're going to have to talk to the winner here tonight, Kai in the Appalachian Dream. Kai, man, let me tell you, that was some excellent heads-up racing. You barely got him, but you took the win there.
I know. I was in Kramer Cam. I look over and he's like, it looks like he's in front of me. So I was just mashing it down the entire time.
Oh yeah, man, you had him by at least like a cleat. I mean, it was extremely close racing. It took me a second to actually realize who had won, and Kyle went flipping over the wall down there at the end of the track. Man, congratulations to you, man. You've been putting in a lot of good work, a lot of good runs, and you finally made the mountaintop here at the Community Clash.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good racing, man. Fucking killed it tonight. Oh, you killed it tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, Byrne, watch your mouth. This is a family-friendly show.
I know.
Anyway, some excellent racing here tonight. A lot of issues with the lights.
Yeah, I know the lights were a big issue. Apparently, some of these racers got to get their eyes checked because they can't see when lights turn on the light thing. So hopefully they'll be able to get that figured out for next week or 2 weeks from now.
In a couple weeks, we're going to a absolutely insane track. Canfield Fairgrounds actually pulled out of our event and said they didn't want a whole bunch of stuff torn up on their property. But Washington County Fairgrounds figured out a way for us to come down there and run with them. Well, here we're going to talk with Mr. Highlight Reel himself, Bucket Seasock, and what happened to it there at the finish line, man?
He was fast in qualifying. He was fast all night. And the people wanted a show. I gave him the show. I got a broke truck now.
Well, like you said, you got all the time in the world to fix it. We got 2 weeks before our next event, so you got plenty of time to put the fiberglass back on Violent Impact and get it back out here on the track.
Yeah, I got plenty of experience in up the old truck. This new truck is getting some battle scars right now, but it's gonna be entertaining next time you see it on the track.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You did an amazing job racing tonight, and honestly, you killed me when you went up against me. And as always, hey, you may not have won, but you made the highlight reel.
Oh, that's always the goal. We're here for the fans, and if we're not making highlight reels or winning races, what are we doing this for then?
Exactly. That's the name of the game. It's all for the fans. Yeah, man, some great racing here tonight from Clearbrook, Virginia. A whole bunch of guys, a lot of guys that you thought wouldn't see it all the way to the final. I mean, even you, Byrne, you made it almost to the final round. You made it to the semis. Everybody was counting you out, and, you know, things happen, and then that's what goes down.
Yeah, I know, and hey, I had a great time. Got to go against more racers this week, and I got to put the truck through a little bit more competition, which is always great, getting to know it a little bit better, and next week or next competition will be a lot better.
Yeah, and when you get the chance, man, it's practice, getting everything set up for the next event is going to be key, because the next event, it's wild looking. I was looking at the track. Bobcat was showing me the design layout for the track, and it's going to be a handful. It's going to be a driver's track for sure.
Oh, that's great. So we're going to get a little bit more technical ability in here. And I'm happy that we got a place to call home for our next competition. And I'm really excited to see what type of adversities these drivers have to handle, including myself, next time.
Yeah, the event they're just heating up. We're just getting going on this thing. We got a lot of neat events planned coming in the future, so everybody's going to have to stick around. But in the meantime, if you liked our show, you know, like, share, subscribe, please. I mean, we do all this for free for the fans of vintage monster truck racing. So all the tracks and the trucks that you see, they're all made, and we all give it away for free, you know, because we enjoy it. So we really want as many people from the community to come out, enjoy the racing, enjoy the community themselves. A lot of interesting, to say the least, people running around in our community, and they all bring something to the table.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Ben. You hit the nail right on the head. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. People who are watching and listening to this, it will help out the channel a lot.
Yeah, like I said, we're just getting going. So we're going to be going to Washington County Fairground, Bowling Green, Ohio, for our next event, and that'll be Not this Saturday coming, but the Saturday after that. I want to say it's the 27th of September. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys and gals that are out there watching right now. Looking forward to seeing all of you there. Till next time, I'm Benjamin Butler, and as always, my buddy John Ferguson is over here with me. We'll catch you guys next time for the next episode of Community Clash.